Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Cruise ship day 2. Got HGTV on. Just taking my vitamins. I tried to allow myself to sleep in a little bit this morning. Our room schedule person, the one that put us in these rooms, I went through Carnival. That's who we're cruising through, y'all. Went through Carnival, and I'm on the 6th floor, and 6233, I think it is. And on the 5th floor is one of the theaters, and I think we edge up to the back of it, but they're underneath, like behind us. And all I could hear was music for a little while last night, so I didn't sleep very well. Even though they're not on the same floor, they're not directly underneath me. Lesson learned, I will double check next time that she books our room. This is the second time I've used the same gal to do the rooms, and this time around she didn't get it right. So it is what it is. Luckily, the theater only has like maybe an hour and a half show later at night, like at 10 o'clock at night. So it's not like serious bad where you don't get any sleep all night long. It's not like it's the nightclub or anything like that, but I'm tired, can you tell? I was up and down all night, so and I still, okay, yesterday I couldn't get the hot water to work very good at all. And this morning I only got it to work a little bit better, and it's still not that warm. So I'm going to have to let my room steward know. Hot water's not working correct. I ran it forever. I adjusted it, shut it on, shut it off, flushed the toilet, ran the sink, you name it. And it's still that way. I need to say I haven't washed my hair yet. Since, not yesterday. I didn't wash my hair at all yesterday, and I haven't washed it today yet. It's just in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning or so, because it's just too cold to stay in the shower for that long. So anyway, hopefully, an update, I had just had my van in for a sensor that was replaced, and about 50 miles out from the port, the van decided it wasn't going to shift into high gear. I could only get it to shift going about 35 miles an hour, and that was the extent of it. We had just pulled over to the rest area, got in, backed it up, and started going, and it wouldn't shift. We tried to get the manual out, tried to figure it out. It wouldn't work. So I spent I drove like 30 miles an hour trying to get as far as we could on the interstate. And then I called AAA. I have AAA. I usually don't have any issues with the person on the phone through AAA. It's usually the third party sometimes that they send out. But the lady on AAA, I was on the phone with her for almost an hour without even getting finally somebody sent out, or the call to initiate to send somebody out. It took an hour and I still didn't. At that point, right before that point, we shut it off, pulled over to the first exit. Finally, we got to an exit. They're very few and far in between on 75 South as you're going into Miami, across Alligator Alley, for those of you that don't know. And I just tried to get it as far as possible without ruining the transmission. And then we pulled it over the side, parked it, turned it off, which I had tried a couple times before. I parked it, turned it off, tried to shift it into gear, tried to mess with the gear lever, and shut it off and was on the phone forever. And then finally, you know, we were sitting there for a while. One of my parents needed to use the restroom, so I'm like, just forget this. We were right at the exit. And there was a gas station up the exit. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in gear and get over to the gas station. So once we did that, it started shifting. Now, in the meantime, when I shut it off the first time after it wasn't shifting, and I turned it back on, the check engine light came on, just like it did with the sensor when it was the fuel sensor. So I'm thinking it's just the sensor, and we got it to shift, we got it to go into gear, and we got all the way to the cruise terminal. I don't know what it's going to do when we finally get off the boat and try to drive it from Miami back to the area where I need to be and to drop them off. So we'll see what happens with it, y'all, but it's just the sensor, I think, again.